out the hole there, which comes down the inside kitchen wall and then along, and I just put this in temporarily 18 months ago in order to get it out through the door, because at the time this was all, well, dangerous frankly, and just wanted to get it done as quickly as I could. But as always the plan, there's a hole through the wall, but in front of that hole was then subsequently built a food or a drinks trough for the animals that were in here. And that particular bit, most of it's just loose rubble, but that particular bit they've helpfully poured nice strong concrete on. So I've spent about 5 hours today chiseling that off with my drill and pickaxe and sledgehammer. And of course there's a massive stone which is blue granite. It's impossible to split without dynamite. But anyway, I managed to get around that, and we now can see the hole. I've got to just dig that out and enlarge it a bit, but that should be fairly easy. So, glad that's done. Another horrible job off the list. So you can see that sort of triangular pyramidal shaped stone there. I'm not sure if it is actually attached to the earth, but it's obviously quite big and it won't split. Anyway, I've just come a bit further to the right than I originally planned to, and you can see down there where the hole is, there's a bit of cobweb blowing in the breeze that's blowing through that hole.
So yeah, you can see the drainage coming out here, and this is where we've got to connect it. This is an air inlet valve, and that goes all the way up to the top of the building. So we're going to reduce that because it doesn't need to be all that way up there just for air inlet. We can just put that down at the bottom, and then we can put a nice flower pot or something in front of it so it's not very obvious. So that's that job done. Next job is to hook it all up together. You may remember when we had the septic tank fitted a long time ago now, September 2019, and we said that the drainage was temporary, and it certainly was. So Simon is now redigging all of the drains and sorting out the air inlet valve, which is what that black thing is there. Yeah. And then this is the sewage pipe that currently runs all over the barn because it was the safest place to put it, but this is now going to go much closer to the wall and will be under our utility room floor, so it'll be coming out at that corner there. So you might just be able to see that over there, and that will run along the wall all the way along, out of the wall and into the tank. So we'll also be getting rid of this particularly beautiful pipe, and that one is the gas outlet pipe, which is particularly smelly, which is why it's all the way up there. So we need to set that lower down and take it off the wall, and then we're also going to put a charcoal filter over the top. But we're going to test this theory first by putting the shorter version on, just to see how that goes, and if that doesn't work, we'll have to think of a better way of having the pipe here, but possibly not in that position. So the joys of plumbing and sticking bits of pipe together. We're just about to cut through the main sewage pipe, so we're nose clips at the ready. What do you think, Sim?
Can't wait. Right, this is the last joint in, feels like about 50 to get from here out to the tank. So if you saw before, the pipe used to come there, along there and out through the door. Now there's a proper hole down here. It runs along nice and low And I'm just going to join it back onto where it comes out of the house. I've just got the pipe solvent, and it's a bit of a pain this because it goes off really, really quickly, like within seconds of you putting the pipes together. So you really haven't got a lot, you know, you've got one chance with this. As I found out on the other day when I put one on wrong. You want plenty of it on. Right. And you can see maybe there where it's all splurged out. That's good. Get a nice seal. I'll just brush any excess sort of into that joint. So this will be under the floor, because the floor level where it is good, we're going to bring it up in here so it's level where it comes out of the house in the corner there. And then here, that T there is to accept, well, there's a toilet going to go in, basin, and then the washing machine, so I'll put in the necessary plumbing for that all on there. But here, we'll actually make just a false wall cupboard that will hold then the toilet cistern, and above it we'll probably put some shelves in or something. So we will lose 2 foot, but we've got 60, so we'll be alright. Should have had the window made a bit wider.
Put your arm around me. There you go, you can get a bit closer. Oh! Right, yeah. Microphone's on. So yeah, we've been really busy, haven't we?
We have.
Looking at the camera. Right, we've been really busy.
We have.
Oh, it might wobble in the wind.
Sorry about the wind.
Sorry about the wind, yeah, it might wobble. Hopefully you can hear us with the microphone on, but yeah, we've had some really cold days and cold nights, but it's been bright and sunny. You can tell that because we're probably squinting into the camera right now. We got the... Your brain doesn't work when the camera switches on. We got the gutter. We've been working on the guttering, haven't
Yes.
we? Tell us about that, Simon.
Yeah.
We've been working on the guttering.
Yeah, we've replaced.
Is there anywhere that dog can't get involved in anything that we do?
No.
Right, so we've been really busy. It's been really sunny during the day, but really cold at night. So it's really good to keep moving around and keep warm. We've been working on the garden. You've probably seen the video with us moving the knotweed. And we've also been working on the guttering, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got the gutter at the back all replaced. Took the old one out. We had to cut through all the straps to get it off. And then put the new one on, new downpipe, and now we've had a day of rain on Sunday and we never leaked at all, so it's had a good test.
Yeah, and it kept the window dry, so nothing on the walls at all. We've got some excavation to do around the walls and a French drain to sort out, but that'll be coming up in the next video. And I'd like to say we're super excited about the drain that we've got to dig around the house, but it's hard work actually, so we'll squeeze that in, I suppose, at some point.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. We've got the digger, so
yeah,
it's just when it gets to the top of the list at the moment, the next thing really is doing more work in the barn, getting the floor down there. There's a bit of flooring to do and a bit of roofing to do so that we can get the washing machine moved out of the kitchen so that we can then do the kitchen floor and get on with the kitchen.
Yeah.
So, but we've got to do a bit of work in the barn first.
Yeah. So excuse a bit of wobble on the camera. Our tripod's probably not that stable for this light wind, but I hope you can hear us a bit better because we've got the microphone on today. And that's just a quick intro as to what's coming up in the next few weeks. So we're just putting the scaffolding up to get the new gutter on there. So yeah, this is the next bit of guttering to do. And we're getting that sorted now. Today's been another scaffolding day. I think it's been up and down 4 times, but we're getting there. We have new gutters. Hurrah! No more leaky gutters. And that's the air vent for the kitchen and bathroom. So I'm just going to finally get up there with the ladder and put the new zinc tubing over that. So I'll show you that in a minute. Simon's just sawing the final piece to go up there. And we've got a nice new downpipe. Look down there. Ooh, this was held on with gaffer tape before. So it's nice to see that coming together. And then the final piece is just to pop on here. So it's like big Meccano, isn't it?
Yeah, sort of. Slots together mostly. But...
Oh, hurrah.
That bit's got to go on there. I've just got to cut this pipe, just cut a little bit into it, fold it, and then it'll sit inside that.
Okay.
Right, so finish off the guttering. Got this piece here going into here. I've just put a couple of stainless steel screws in that to hold that nice and solid. The guttering's all zinc. All of this is zinc. And these, the only way I've done it is I've clipped them back a bit, squeezed them together, and then gone them there. So they're sitting inside there about 1 inch, and the pipe sits inside that about 2 inches. That sits inside that. So all the way down, path of the water, it's all inside all the way. So it should all go down quite nicely without dripping or leaking.
You can see just below the roof line is the extractor for the kitchen and the bathroom. We've been working on the barn and we've got loads of bits finished in there. We've talked to you about the drainage and now we're getting back onto the roof and some pointing. It's been fantastic weather, so we've been able to get on with loads of stuff. And Simon's been working on some old beams that came down from an old hangar that was actually an open side of the barn that was in our garden, but that's been gone many years. They left the wood behind because it was good wood, some oak I believe, and you've been working on that, haven't you?
Yeah. So these beams came out of the old hangar. They've been sat in the garden, but it's all solid oak. And what you get on oak is the soft wood, well, any wood really, but you'll get an outer sort of layer that's softer that had never been taken off these, and that will go soft and beetles will get into it. But they can't ever get into the centre of it unless it's sopping wet. And these have been kept fairly dry. So most of this is heartwood and it's absolutely solid. And it's nearly 5 inches thick. So these are going to be put up as new purlins in the barn roof, and we've just got to today work them up the scaffold and get them up into position, and then I'll refinish the ends to be the right size of the ones that came out. So hopefully they'll slot in, and that's it. And then that'll be done, and then I can start on the rafters.
Smooth.
Wedge it in.
Got some wedges that you prepared earlier.
Yeah, lovely. Solidly locked in now. Oh, one more to do.